Welcome to my new series, Best and Worst. This is going to be a collection of episodes that I consider to be the best of the series, by far the most inspirational and funniest and best perfect episodes, and also the worst episodes, the ones that I cringe at and that I never want to watch and that I never want to talk about. Since we just finished with Christmas the other day, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite Christmas episode, Hearthbreakers. So let's get into it. The other day I was browsing YouTube and I found a poll. I'm subbed to a lot of other content creators for MLP, and the poll was around which people's favorite Hearthswarming episode was. And Hearthbreakers was dead last. I think it had like 8% of the votes, and it wasn't even close. Like, not even remotely close to anything above it. And that frickin' blew my mind, because I honestly consider this to be one of the best episodes in the entire series, and I consider it to be leagues above the other three Hearthswarming episodes that we got. So here's a fun fact. This is one of the only episodes with the Pie Sisters, with Limestone and Marble. And it's one of the only episodes with the parents, Igneous and Cloudy. We don't get them at all in the seasons or the episodes. Here's a fun fact. Speaking wise and actually doing something wise, this is the only episode for the parents, and there is only one other episode with Limestone and Marble where they get to talk. Not in Marble's case, obviously, but in Limestone's case. And this being one of the only episodes where they do that, automatically makes it for me one of the better episodes, because they are two of the best background characters in the entire show, and we don't really get them at all. And I know you're going to say, well, but what about the stupid special where they make Marble cry? Yeah, I won't acknowledge that special. You can. That special was just absolutely horrid to Marble, and I will not acknowledge it. So I really appreciate this episode a lot more because of the Pie family getting some recognition that they literally don't get in the entire rest of the series. Okay, so let me just gush a little about these two. Look at Marble run away here. It is adorable. She just books it. But let me just gush about these sisters real quick, because I love them both so much. Limestone is my spirit animal. She's just angry and unhappy all the time and super aggressive. I love her so much because I am like that with people that I love. I try to be jovial and jolly like the other time, but I'm aggressive. And Marble is just the cutest. I don't think that there is a pony cuter than Marble. She is absolutely adorable, and I love seeing these two so much. I have to show this because it is just so funny to me. Look at how evil Limestone is. That face. I can't get over that face. She is such a cruel person. Pony, whatever. It makes me laugh every time. I love her so much. So I could go on and on about Marble and Limestone for days and just show you every scene in this episode of them. And Marble will be cute and Limestone will be funny. But I won't just do that because that would just be me showing you the episode. I want to get to the second reason that I really like this episode a lot. And that's because I feel like the plot of this episode does a really good job of what it is trying to do. And I'll start it with this.
I still don't understand.
Earlier today, Limestone Pie hit an obsidian stone. Whoever finds it gets to raise the flag.
It's all just so complicated and rock-based.
Well, how else would we do it?
I don't know. I sure hope every pony else is having a better time.
Yep. Yep.
So, how'd you meet this Iggy feller?
We were chosen by the pairing stone and betrothed within a fortnight.
The choosing stone decreed, "Thou shalt love one another." And lo, it was so.
Hoo-wee, I got to look into this old-fangled choosing stone thing. Do you reckon it knows any apple farming hunks?
Indeed so.
What does the rock look like?
It looks like something that formed when volcanic lava cooled quickly.
Oh,
Have you ever wished you could turn into a rock?
I had a dream once I was an apple.
We have a lot in common when it comes to thinking about turning into things.
So we can clearly see that Applejack isn't having fun. She's not having the heartwarming that she thought she was going to have. And personally for her, she doesn't really like what the pies are doing or how they do things. But we get to see how the other members of the Apple family are taking it. And for example, in this scene with Marble and Big Macintosh, we kind of see them being who they are, and they don't look too happy, but they don't look as uncomfortable as they usually do. So it's kind of like up in the air as to how they feel. With this scene with Granny Smith and Igneous and Cloudy, we do see that they're kind of getting along. Like, they're just telling her how they married and whatnot, and Granny Smith is interested, and right here at the end, we do see them smile and blush, and they're like, yeah, like they're not getting along. They're enjoying their time together. And then we get Apple Bloom and Maud, and again, they're kind of weird together, but we also see that Apple Bloom is enjoying her time with Maud, and that's good. And we see that it's Applejack's fault that the things happen, as illustrated in this next scene.
We gotta do something, y'all. Pinkie Pie's family never had a real heartwarming.
Is that really what she said?
Well, I'm sure it's what she meant.
These are their traditions.
Yep.
I know they have their traditions, and we have ours, but I just want them to see how much better theirs could be.
I really like how that scene shows that Applejack is handling things wrong. Limestone falling out of bed, of course. I really like how she could have easily asked any of her family, you know, how are things going with you guys? Is everything like, am I the one who's at fault here, or like what's going on? Are you guys like dreading this as much as I am? But she didn't. She just chose to do everything herself, literally everything herself, and take everything into her own hands and just do things the way she wanted things to be done. And like, even her family gets on her because of that, I believe. And it's like, yeah, like, what are you doing, AJ? Why would you do this? And clearly she's like super offending them, but she doesn't even realize it. And it's something that she should understand. And I think they did that really well because Applejack learns it very well.
Do you want to know why Holder's boulder's so danged important? Well, now, their great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, Holder Cobblestone, he found that boulder in a dragon's nest, older than time itself. He built the family farm around it, even though it was just an ordinary rock. It's always brought them good luck.
Oh, crickets! That is important. I got so caught up in the things they were doing, I never asked why they did them. To Applejack, from Pinkie Pie, cousins forever.
You just found your first pie heartwarming present ever!
Only Pinkie Pie could hide a present on a moving train. What a great tradition. Stop the train!
Come on! You boulder, come on!
I'm pushing as hard as I can, too.
It's hopeless!
Need a little help?
Apples!
wasn't trying to take your traditions away. I was trying to share ours. I was so focused on us being one big happy family, I thought we needed the same traditions right away. What I should have done is learn about yours and teach you about ours. And over time, we'd make new traditions together. I'm sorry, y'all.
Well, don't just stand there. We got a boulder to move.
So I'm not gonna lie, I get teary-eyed watching that. I will cry if I watch it like straight through. I think that entire message, that entire plot, the way it develops, everything that goes into it and how we're supposed to learn from it, I think it's really special. I think the other Hearthstone episodes are very generic in that sense. We get like a play on Scrooge. We get like the origin of Equestria. We get like kind of like we get messages, but like they're not as strong as this one in my opinion at all. And then seeing the pies and the apples together and enjoying each other's company and whatnot, it's really, really, really good. This episode is really, really special. I don't think people get it. Maybe I'm just in love with Limestone and Marble. Maybe I just love the Pie family too much. It could be. I'm not going to debate that. But I don't think that's a bad problem to have. I think they're great characters. I think they were underutilized characters. And I think that they should have got more recognition. So yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize just how much this episode does for the Pie family. Without this episode, we don't get any talking lines for Igneous Rock or for Cloudy Quartz. We don't get half of the more than half, because the only other speaking lines that Limestone and Marble have are in the Mod Couple, the Mudbriar episode, where Pinky goes and talks to Limestone and Marble there. If we were to get rid of this episode, if we didn't get Hearthbreakers, we wouldn't get even like 3/4 of the development that we got for the Pie family. And that's really important to me. I wouldn't trade that for any of the other 3 episodes. The Origin of Equestria one isn't great to me. The Scrooge one is also not very great to me. I don't think they handled that very well. The one with the Young Six is the Young Six. Hate them or love them, that's up to you. I thought that was a really good episode. I thought that it was really sad. But I'll get into that later because that is one of my favorite episodes too. But I wouldn't trade if I had to get rid of either this episode, Hearthbreakers, or those 3 episodes, I would without question get rid of those 3 episodes, because I think this episode is just better in every way. It gives us the Pie family development. It gives us an incredibly good message. It's just really, really, really good. And I think that people really look down on it, and that sucks, because it's such a good episode that it shouldn't be viewed in such a low light. Oh, and I forgot to mention Best Gift Ever. Yeah, I will continue to forget to mention Best Gift Ever because, like I said, I don't acknowledge that garbage special. So yeah. If you're still here, thanks for staying to the end. I'm going to be doing this series as a back and forth. This was one of the best episodes in the series, so my next episode is going to be one of the worst episodes in the series, and it is a bad one. I will give you a hint. It is one of the episodes that legitimately made me hate a character, and I can never unhate them after seeing that character. So yeah, hopefully you liked the way this was structured. The Twilight episode is coming very soon. I just said the Twilight episode. Yes, the Twilight episode is fine. I guess that's not a spoiler at this point. I also have the reading for the Fluttershy fan fiction coming as well. Probably sooner than the Twilight episode. Maybe a little after. We'll see. But yeah, hopefully you're liking the structuring of these videos and what I'm doing with them. This one that I did, about Hearthbreakers is a lot easier. It's a lot quicker. I could get these out more often than the long ones that are the long videos that are like 30-ish minutes. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you on the next episode of Best and Worst, when I bring the episode that made me hate that character, and I can never unhate them. Love y'all.